nagawa nyo sa industriya. Noong time na sinasabi nila na patay ng OPM, hindi ho actually naghihingalo. Nandun lang siya sa tabi-tabi. Na-pick up po sa naisip ni Kuya Daniel at lumakas na lumakas. Isa sa mga dahilan ng pagkalakas niya ay ang WISH.
Since its inception, the many groundbreaking endeavors of WISH107.5 have been backed by its goal of being a dynamic force in keeping OPM rich and thriving, even during challenging times.
I know these are tough times now for as far as the live element, you know, and a lot of people are having a hard time adjusting to how things are right now. So my thoughts go out to all our colleagues in the industry that are, you know, greatly affected by the lack of live shows.
I must say na nagkaroon tayo ng problema because of the pandemic. What happened is everybody was working on something and then biglang natigil. Yung tigil na yun, I must say is very dramatic. Dramatic in the sense na nawala ng trabaho maraming tao, especially musicians and performers. Why? Because parang of all the professions, parang pinaka hindi importante ang pagiging musiko. It didn't become a big hindrance in terms of creativity. As a matter of fact, OPM has never been so alive and kicking and thriving.
In terms of the creative aspect, I see so much talent, and it's a thrill for me. It's a movement, no? That already started before the pandemic, and I think the pandemic, I wouldn't say it slowed it down.
Previously, merong Elements Music Camp, merong boot camps, merong Fields Camp camps, merong Philpop Music Song Festival, at saka Himig Handog. And then of course, you know, you have the ASOP, yung Song of Praise. All these create a good environment so that people will not stop to write. But I guess one of the biggest also factors, aside from the networks playing Filipino music, is because of WISH, itong grupo ng WISH FM, they have been actually focusing on Filipino music.
WISH107.5 has become the first of its kind in the global music scene to utilize the accessibility of radio broadcasting, the connectivity of digital media platforms, and the mobility of the iconic WISH to the rural streets, to the roads of Hollywood. The station has catapulted itself as a worldwide platform for musicians. WISH has created a unifying platform wherein both esteemed and emerging acts can share their musical gifts.
I remember when the first few Wish Bus videos came out. I already had, at that time, also a series in my YouTube channel where I would record in my home studio. And I was happy that Wish was doing that. Kind of validated what I was doing then and still validates what I'm doing now. I think since 2013, talagang I really saw YouTube as a new channel for artists who at the time couldn't get their stuff on mainstream media. But with the new media, it's very promising for all artists. And WISH giving a platform to up-and-coming artists, because yun, eventually lumaki na nga yung WISH, no? And people appreciated what you're doing on a very regular basis and good quality, and you invested in your equipment and in your people. And so nung malaki na yung platform nyo, and then you bring new artists to your platform, it really helps the music scene. New artists and also some more older artists and veteran artists na matagal nang hindi nakikita ng mga tao. I like what you guys are doing.
Actually, Wish has helped a lot of musicians. I really want to honor Wish 107.5 for doing that, for giving artists both mainstream and of course in the indie scene, and even the ones that are still emerging, growing, and starting a platform to really better their audience, and of course just show everyone and the world even that Filipinos don't just love singing. We also love songwriting. And actually, it's pretty cool that we get to have this cool buzz around city, and people listen to music a lot more now, and they recognize more indie musicians that write songs. And I think what Kuya Daniel has done with this community is just far beyond what we can imagine.
Makausap ko talaga si Kuya Daniel. Actually, kung makikita ko siya ngayon, ihag ko po siya pero bawal. Galing po ng idea, yung whole idea. Sobrang galing, sobrang amazing. Kami rin po, before pa kami maging artist, lagi kami nanonood ng mga Wish exclusive videos, ganyan. Pinapangarap namin makatungtong ng Wish Bus kasi feeling namin ito yung parang standard or yung benchmark. Kung baga pag nandito ka, malupit ka, gano'n.
Wish exclusive ka eh. Thank you so much dahil nag-exist po yung Wish.
Yes, isa po kayo sa mga maraming rason kung bakit sumisikat yung mga ibang artist, nagkakaroon ng motivation yung mga ibang tao.
Thank you for giving that same chance to all other artists. Hindi lang mga nauna sa amin, hindi lang mga kasabayan ko, but even for those artists na nagsa-start pa lang. And I just pray na you continue to be institution that sets a super high standard pagdating sa music, and actually sa lahat ng aspeto, hindi lang sa music, sa video, but sa pag-give back sa mga tao, and for giving importance to each artist regardless of their stature. So, ayun, guys, the best kayo.
Wish is an ardent believer in the undiscovered talent of Filipinos across the country, which is why it launched its own talent search, Wishcovery, which jump-started the career of several talented Filipino singers. Wishcovery Originals, the latest of the competition, puts the spotlight on amateur singing songwriting acts from across different genres.
Most inspiring part of being a musician is that never-ending yung paglabas ng mga artists. That's why early part of my career, na-realize ko na if ever na given a chance that I'd be able to prolong my career, I would definitely help my fellow artists. That's why nakakatuwa na kami, yung banda ko, we're in our year 18. Sobrang daming artists na lumalabas. And it's such a wonderful experience that merong Wish 107.5 and I get to discover new artists as well. And through this avenue, I was also able to help artists. Like for example, because of Wishcovery Originals, I was able to work with artists like Julia Daniel, na kasama dun sa contest na yun ng Wish. Si Els na taga Bacolod. Such a blessing. Especially during these times na they consider music as non-essential. For me, it made more sense for me na music is me to become a better musician. Yung nakikita ko, napapanood ko dito sa Wish, napapakinggan ko yung mga material na nagagawa nila. That is enough for me to be inspired.
It's a growing and living, breathing thing, itong music natin dito sa OPM, and Wish has become a major part of how it's growing. I've always believed Filipinos are one of the most talented human beings on earth, and I really feel like Filipinos should deserve this world stage. And with Wish, slowly we are getting there. You know, K-pop has K-pop, diba? They stormed the world with K-pop. Tayong mga Pinoy, we have the Wish Bus, diba? Kaya we're gonna have our own style of getting to the world, and Wish Bus is helping us do that.
The establishment of a radio station that has given birth to trailblazing initiatives has led Kuya Daniel Razon to be the youngest ever KBP Lifetime Achievement Award recipient in 2017.
My hats off to Kuya Daniel Razon for thinking of the Filipino music fans here and all over the world, for giving them, something to enjoy. And I would say them, no? You'd have to believe in the Filipino music fans to be able to launch a project such as, the Wish Bus. The success of Wish, I hope it inspires other corporations, other companies, other groups to see the value of the Filipino music fan. Diba? The success of Wish just helps the whole music industry.
This has been a journey. Everything in his life and the OPM and our music here in the Philippines, it's a journey. It will go into a lot of bumps. It will go into a lot of obstacles. But at the end, you will still reach your destination. Kaya nga, wish bus eh. Di ba? Alam mo, yan ang bilib ako sa utak ng kaibigan ko yan. Kung paano nang ginawa yung journey na yun to become a reality through the bus.
We would like to thank him and congratulate him that he has this passion. Very few people have this passion. Very few people are willing to put their time and their effort into something like this. They would, especially now, when it is so easy to focus on other things. But even, let us say that there was a pandemic, the fact that you are on wonderful, wonderful plus. So it's the foresight and the love for original Filipino music.
Pag kung kayong tumigil, hindi nyo alam kung gaano kalaki ang contribution nyo sa Filipino music. I wish Kuya Daniel.
Mahirap yan.
I didn't want to call him Kuya because I think I'm older than
Hindi basta-basta yan.
My wish for you is to live more lives because I think people like you have visions. And thank you again, Kuya Daniel, for all your efforts, for your vision of Filipino music, putting Filipino musicians and artists sa harapan ng publiko para makita nila kung gaano kaganda ang ating sariling musika.